Andy Boyer, Jim Hawley, and Mayra Tinajero here with the post-race show from the season opener in Anaheim. What a night it was. Can you believe it, guys?
I cannot believe it. I was waiting all year for this, and it's just been insane. This blew my mind tonight.
Jim, a first-time winner, Husky gets it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it just shows the work that Jason Anderson's put into his program, down south there working with Alden Baker. And, last year he finishes up second here. And with that red flag, with James Stewart and Dungey getting into it, they got to restack it up. He just, he held his composure. He got back, he was focused in on what he had to do, and he didn't panic on that second go-around. I mean, he was about fourth, fifth, and he just kind of worked up and made great passes. But what a great win for him and Husqvarna, to put his name in the record books, his first win in his 450 career, as well as Husqvarna's. But great ride for, Dungey, the man who has that #1 plate. Normally, he starts out Mayra a little bit slow, but I mean, for the #1 plate to finish up second, I thought that was excellent. And what can you say about Cole Seeley? I think he rode just a little bit tight. He got that whole shot, picks up $1,500 from supercrosslive.com, but not a bad way to start for Cole Seeley either.
No, not at all. He got his first win last year. He came out on the podium, this year, so I think it's great. I think we're going to see great things from Cole Seeley. He ended his year last year on a really great note, and I think he's moving into 2016 on a high note as well.
One of the riders missing from that main event, Andy, the man who runs that number 28 Weston Pike, unfortunately getting into it
a little bit of drama,
and just lost his head a little bit, and we'll see what the punishment's going to be. Maybe we will not see him next weekend in Petco Park in San Diego. Let's hope we do, but yeah, it's just unfortunate there. This is a Supercross race. It's not a boxing event, and it sort of looked like a boxing event.
Right, some other racers having some unfortunate luck tonight. James Stewart getting into it with Ryan Dungey, just an unfortunate racing incident. He turned down, and Dungey got into him really hard, and James pulled out of the main event, forced the restart. Another guy that had a tough night, Justin Barsha, who was leading that first start, didn't turn out very good the second time around, kind of fell back through the pack. A lot of comers and goers, Trey Canard charging to the front, fell back, but then at the very end, even the guy leading the race couldn't hold on to it. It was just like a tough track, a tough season opener.
Yeah, and I thought it was good. Kenny Roczen was up there. He had a bad start. He worked up.
Bad start in his heat race.
Yeah, and he just, one of those things. But him and Eli Tomac, I think they're in a good position. They're okay with the finishes that they did. But in that 250 class, what do you say about Cooper Webb? I mean, just a phenomenal ride to start the season off with that #1 plate there, and Jesse Nelson and then Osborne in third.
Yeah, Jesse really made Cooper work for that win. I mean, he was leading right up until right before the last lap, so Cooper really had to work for it. So good for him that he came out, ended up on top. But yeah, it was a great ride by Jesse as well.
Well, it's Cooper Webb in the 250s, Jason Anderson in the 450s. The game is afoot. Round 1's in the books. We're going to see you next weekend in Petco Park. Stay tuned.